In tonight's headlines, this fat slag depicts all that is wrong with the UK. Our Führer pleads with the well-integrated multicultural invaders not to terrorise the country after America bombed Iran. And it's revealed that, yes, Pfizer did run tests on the infamous meh before it was released on the people. And in those tests, all the animals died. Safe and effective. Our first story, this fat bitch. It is hard to believe that people like this exist, but this is the perfect depiction of why the invasion is allowed to happen. The fact that stupid bitches like this get to vote. She is clearly on the welfare system. She is fat as fuck, thick as fuck, and look at all those flags behind her. This is what's happened to the indoctrinated UK and why it looks like it does. Stupid bitches like this voting it in. And what are they voting in? Well, they're voting in an invasion. They're voting in a balkanized society where now our chief Muslim-loving Führer has to beg with the Muslims not to do what they do in the UK because one of their countries is being bombed.
We didn't have anything to do with these attacks on Iran, okay? We are still a proud Muslim country. Our crazy, violent Muslim immigrants, including our precious criminals and rape gangs, are the bedrock of our society. So to all my crazy Pakis, please don't protest against my government. If you see a kitchen knife, use it to make some lamb kebabs at home and not to go out to the streets to murder us with it. Oh, and thank you for your votes. That's why we let you in.
Obviously that is AI, it's a satirical play on the actual speech he did do, which is basically the same where he just begs for them not to kick off, which is a real sign of the truth about a multicultural society, a balkanized society that could kick off at any moment. And is very, very dangerous when you allow a load of men in who have a certain ideology and then at the same time your allies or the Western society that you're part of is bombing a country that has that ideology, and then you've got a load of them in your country that love to kick off and always kick off and hate the country and its people that they're in and are more than happy to blow it up. As a newsreader, I should also point out the spastication in the AI video is nothing to do with votes. That's a lie. That's making it, putting it on a level which is so much less serious than what's really going on. What's really going on, and the reason they're really brought in, is because they want to wipe out the white race, they want to destroy English white culture, they want to lower the IQs of the last remaining people that have an IQ high enough to pattern recognise what is really going on and who is really in charge. What the fuck's the editor doing? It's not those retards, it's these cunts. In shocking scenes that this should be getting spoken about everywhere, but because they're bombarding us with an invasion, with the Epstein files, with weather modification, so many fucking psyops and acts of tyranny going on at once, this has just slipped under the radar. But do you remember what a big deal this was? Do you remember how you were all brainwashed and coerced and forced almost into, well, poisoning yourselves? And now it's coming out that in the very, very, very short trials that they did do, all the animals died.
What was it?
And have you seen any other vaccine that was put out for the public that skipped the animal test?
Never before, especially for children.
And as what I've read, they actually started the animal test, and because the animals were dying, they stopped the test.
Correct.
Folks, I think that's important to understand there, that what we're talking about is the American people are now the guinea pigs. This is the test program that's going on. They didn't do the human testing, and they stopped the animal test because the animals were dying. And then they turned it out for the public. And we are now looking at businesses that want to mandate that this experimental vaccine be given to people as a condition of their employment. And yet we have this death count that continues to rise and be totally ignored.
That is slightly concerning. If you were stupid enough to fall for the very basic intelligence test of 2021, then I really suggest you look into Tesla machines, TZLA. Of course, on Google, they'll tell you it's a scam and, you know, all the usual shit. But that is the only thing that might be able to help you from what I understand. In other news, we see the elites normalizing the fact that they're not human. I feel that's very obvious now. It feels very much like the elite in the Hunger Games, who all looked ridiculous and not human. We're now seeing, and I could choose one of many, many videos, but the Osbournes are a great example with their pointed noses and non-human features. I don't quite know what they are or what they're showing us they are, but they are revealing themselves now. We've got to a point, you know, that just released the Epstein files, told us that they're baby munching, baby graping, you know, PDF files, and that doesn't even do it justice. You know, they're monsters, and we've all just carried on paying our tax and watching a sports ball. So now the next thing is to reveal like that they're not actually human, and you started to see it in these celebrities' features. In more diversity is our strength news, and this wonderful multicultural society we live in. My hometown of Sheffield is a city of sanctuary, so of course it's completely invaded. And the lie that is multiculturalism, which is the truth of it is actually balkanization, is being shown perfectly as Slovaks and Muslims go at it big time, gang warfare. This is 3 days after the event, so there's still a heavy police presence. Apparently all of Page Hall, which is basically, you know, a mix between India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, all of Africa, and a load of other fucking shit, has just turned into a complete war zone, because that's what happens when you bring in lots of different cultures that have absolutely nothing in common with each other. They don't assimilate, they don't multiculturalize, they fight! But of course, they're not really Satanists, they definitely are just humans. I mean, obviously, this news presenter is absolutely crazy. Here is Paris Fashion Week on a completely unrelated, non-satanic subject. Whoa, what the... Okay, that one's got... Oh, fuck me, BDSM, Satanists, vampires, Satanists... Yeah, it's funny how they're all... Oh, right, yeah, that one's darkened its eyes. That wasn't very satanic at all. Fuck me. Fuck me. I mean, here's Lady Gaga's latest concert. I mean, how much more do you need to see to realise that these are evil, that these are not human? I mean, anyone that would do this to the Spanish hills, ancient olive trees have been ripped out to do this. And if you still believe in green energy and solar panels, then have a look into the carbon footprint that is created when making these things, and have a look into the recycling processes, or more the non-recycling processes, the impossible to recycle processes of these things, and the fact that they all just get buried. In conclusion, you've all been lied to, and you need to fucking stand up. You need to stop en masse contributing to the system. We need to find a way of stopping paying our taxes. I don't quite know how it's done. I tried with council tax and ended up fucking... Basically, we all need to do it together. I don't quite know how we do that, but that is the answer. Disengaging from the system, stop contributing to the system, is the only way that we can start to fight back on this, I believe. Let me know what you think in the comments, and please like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. See you soon. Drop names for this news channel in the comments below. I think I am going to make this a feature. I might even add a few AI effects and stuff. I know it's fucking the devil, but, you know, it's part of life now. For fuck's sake. But yeah, let us know what you think of these news segments. As always, a massive thanks to these guys. Thank you so much for your support. Anyone who wants to support me, you can find Patreon and buy me a coffee down below. Big love.